enjoyed nothing, welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you are new here. So today we are just going to play with makeup. I got some, mostly just a shot my stash video. So not using like super new stuff in here, but getting good use out of my collection. And it's been a while since I played with, you know, color. So I'm excited about this video. Please don't forget to subscribe before we get started. I would very much appreciate it. Hit that like button. And if you hit the dislike, it's engagement. So, you know, I'll take what I can get from you, okay? And let's go ahead and jump into this video. Okay, so we're gonna use a few different palettes. We're gonna start with the Jaclyn Heel Volume 2. So I wanted to do this because I was cleaning my room and I was like, oh my gosh, I have not used this Colourpop pigment and I got a long time ago. So I totally forgot about it. So we are going to definitely be using that, but for crease shades, we're gonna start with this. I really wish I had a mirror. That's my only thing. And then I pulled out my Hourglass palette since they are bringing this back. It's now back at Sephora. So, you know, just keep in mind, I really, really love this palette. If you have the Jaclyn Hill palette, I know a lot of people, you know, probably don't, but like very similar vibes, but this formula is by far my favorite, like Hourglass highlighting formula. I have the ambient powders, so I'm just going to kind of name the shades I'm using. I'm going to start with Feeling Myself, which is a pretty orangey brown type shade. We're going to blend quite a few shades, so if this isn't that intense, that's fine. My one thing is, I just saw the post that like Sephora is still going to have their sale, and I'm like, come on. Like, I would have much appreciated it if they pushed it back a month. Like, I just don't, with so many of us, like, not knowing where work is going to be, I'm just like, ugh. I have one online gift card, and then every time they ask me, and they're like, do you want the card for here, or like in store? Like, if I end up exchanging anything, and like, say I can't find something, I almost never get my money back. I always just say, like, put it on a gift card, because I'll use it later. That's fine. And they're all for in store. And so I'm just like, because I always save them for the sale. So, I mean, I know it's not, you know, with everything going on right now, I know it's not a big deal, but it still grinds my gears, okay? I don't like it. So I wish there was a way to be like, you can now use that online because you can't go to the store. But yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be upset. I know a lot of people are upset about Sephora right now in general, but I'm going to say the thing you're not supposed to say. That's almost every company right now that is, you know, laying people off. Do I think that they should have done it on a call? No. But, you know, I don't know many people that are keeping their jobs or getting paid this month. So at least, you know, you can file for unemployment. But it doesn't really, it didn't surprise me at all. Like, I think a lot of us are in the same boat no matter what job we have. So, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Please don't get mad at me. Understand, I feel your pain. I will definitely not be making money, which really sucks. So, I hope you guys are doing okay. That's really all I'm going to say about the whole matter. But there really isn't much, like when I was thinking about it, I was like, is there much I really want from Sephora right now? I'm going to mix in Homebody a little bit. Like I was like, okay, I have a few things on my list, but not a whole lot. Like I need shampoo and conditioner. I really want the Sol de Janeiro because I just love the smell of it, which is funny. It got horrible reviews, but I've tried out like 5 samples and I'm like, no, I want this. I want it so bad. It smells so good. And I didn't find it, you know, everyone has different hair textures, I guess. And for me, like, I've never found a shampoo that's like truly amazing to where I'm just like, oh yes, like this is the one that's going to really make my hair do anything it doesn't do. All right, on a different brush, I'm going to take this Positivity shade, which is like a neon, it's like another neon. It's not orange, it's kind of like a pinkish neon. I also saw those from Anastasia, and that's what sucks too. Companies are doing the right thing and like moving, you know, things back and not releasing them. But yet I'm like, that would have came out and I could have gotten the electric liners. I'm like, oh, I want those. But $30. Like, I'm not going to use those that often. And like, I don't know how I feel about like water activated stuff. Like, if I'm on here, I am not going to go get water to activate it. I'm being salty because I want them. And I'm like, I wanted them on sale. Fenty, however, I am so excited for the bronzers. Except for the colors look a little weird. Like the one picture where they're like for real swatch, not like the computer swatches. I'm like, I have no idea what shades to get. Oh, it's such a pretty color though. I love it. I used the Anastasia primer because I thought I was gonna love the P. Louise base, and to be honest, I don't like it as much as the Anastasia. I don't like the Anastasia as white. It doesn't blend with my skin tone, but I like the base better. I don't know. My eyes look a little, my skin's just flaking all over the place, guys. I don't know. I'm inside shedding like a snake, essentially. Robes are like my comfort zone right now, if you haven't noticed. So my only thing with this palette is still the fact that like I need to now deepen out my outer crease. And I could use the black, but actually let's go in with Oh Hello. I was gonna grab a different palette for like a deep brown, but I know I always do that. So we do something different today. But I felt like playing with color. I was like, I haven't played with color in a while. Are you guys actually doing makeup right now or no? So I'm gonna mix Oh Hello and Crazy. Like I feel like it's, you know, it's something to definitely keep busy. For some reason, I don't feel bad about doing makeup. I wanted to do like one of the adult coloring books, like just to, you know, break up time. And then I was just like, oh no, I don't feel good about it. But I might, well, I'm gonna go get a book from, you can pick up at Barnes & Noble. So I'm gonna get some books. I have no desire to read self-help books. It's great if you do. I think it can work for some people, but it's just not my thing. I need a book about magic and wizards and things that just make me happy and don't exist. All right, so whatever is left over, I'm gonna very, very lightly take it over just so it blends in together. But I don't love using blacks. Unless it's just for my waterline, I'm fine with, and to tight line, but I'm not really a black person. These little brushes, this is my 216 from Makeup Forever. If you have smaller like hooded lids, like this brush, I can't replace it. Like, I don't know why I can't find, it's just a little tiny dome, but it's perfect for my outer corner. Or else sometimes like brushes are just too big for me in that area. But it's just a perfect like one to pack on. I love this brush and I want more of them. I'm gonna dip back into that Positivity and just like the lightest pressure go back over since it kind of, well, I made it disappear. I actually I tinted my eyebrows. Like I still need to fill them in and fix them, but I did an at-home one and I feel like it turned out pretty well. Like this is with my brows with like no product on it, and believe me, that's not how they usually look. And I mean, it stains your skin a little bit and that's why they look the way they do, but not bad. Pretty, like, okay, not bad at all. For, you know, $10 dye that's gonna last me quite some time, not bad. All right, we're gonna try this Colourpop pigment. This is the Ram, I believe. I think this was Kathleen Light's collab. Okay, so that kind of sucks. It doesn't have a sifter in here at all, so you kind of gotta just be aware. I'm gonna try it without a glitter glue. If it seems like it's not going to stick, then I will use a glitter glue. I really hate using them. Okay, it's pretty, but I feel like I'm gonna have to use a glitter glue. Like it's not gonna pack on half as nicely, I don't think. Let me go grab that. All right, so I have the glitter adhesive from Anastasia that I'm going to use. You guys feel like I've kind of taken a break from watching so many people. I get a little mean when it comes, not mean, but like, do you wonder how people are gonna look after this? Like, I stopped watching bigger, I still like watching big, you know, YouTube people. But not when it comes to like their vlogs and stuff, just because I felt like their vlogs were always, you know, let me get my eyelashes done, let me go get my eyebrows, let me get my nails done. It was like really just, and then to say like, I'm so busy. Like, okay. But like I said, I'm a little salty these days, okay? What can you do? But now I'm just like, now what are their vlogs gonna be? And what are they gonna look like? I'm like so excited. I'm like, oh, you can't go get any of those things done? Come join the rest of us. And try to DIY whatever. Except for the haircuts. That I want that to be over so much. No more. Those I refuse to watch. And cleaning ones, you know? I've talked about that before, even before this whole thing happened. I'm like, I don't want to clean with you. I don't want to clean. and I don't want to think about it. This is really, really pretty. It's almost like it shifts gold, but it's not the easiest thing to work with. Like if I didn't put the glitter glue down, you would have really just gotten like a very light wash. Hopefully you guys can see that. Like I'm still having a little bit of issue like right there, but I figure I can blend an eyeshadow in. I'm gonna take it a little bit up just because that's my lids, you know? All right, so I feel like I need a little bit more dimension because this is all blending into like essentially the same color. So I'm going to pop that like Oh Hello shade again, plus the Stay True, which is a little bit more purple. And I'm also gonna like clean it up. So these tiny little brushes are perfect for stuff like this. And this is the Sigma E42. So also gonna add a little bit more depth just to deepen it up. So it does though, if you go back over it, it does like kind of flake it off a little bit, which I'm fine with because it was up a little bit too high. Like when it does like that goldy shift, I'm like, I look a little crazy. So I'm fine with that. It doesn't need to be, I'm not a perfectionist over here, okay? I'm good with like, just good. Like not good, but like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not just like, it has to be completely perfect all the time, especially now. All right, I'm gonna do this eye and my base makeup, and then we will do the lower lash line and everything. Okay, question. I'm using the Badgal Bang Mascara, and I need to know, like, you know, what mascara is your guys' favorite? I feel like I can't get away from my CoverGirl Exhibitionist, which is way cheaper, you know, or my Laura Mercier. So I'm like, my Monsieur Pic? Like, what's the new ones that you guys really like? Like, I didn't really love, I got a sample of the Fenty one. I liked it. It didn't beat out my Monsieur Pic. So I'm like, should I try the Hourglass or the Pat McGrath? Do you guys have either of those? I need to know. All right, I have two choices that I'm thinking of. So these are the LA Girl Neon Liners. Obviously, like this is just gonna go with the look perfectly. But I also kind of want to make my eyes pop. So we're gonna try this one, the minty green one, because I'm already using neons, and we're just gonna see how it all looks together. And if I don't like it, I can just use a Q-tip and wipe it off. So that's what we're gonna do, because that's what I feel like doing. Playing with colors make me happy right now. Really just depends on the day. So I'm going to put that in the waterline. I'm gonna dip back into the purple colors that we used in the crease. I'm just gonna take it on this tiny little brush and just go right underneath. It's so funny, you guys recommended all these shows to me, and I'm like, I've watched all those. We started season 3 of Ozarks, but you know, we're also not in the mood to like watch the most serious thing right now. We have turned into old people, and now we're watching like the newer Star Trek shows. But that's working out well. Like I actually really like them. So, except for I keep thinking it's the same guy. I mean, it is the same guy from X-Men, so I keep thinking like, I'm like, Professor, why don't you do a trick? Like, why can't you use your powers? It's like one of those shows my mom used to always watch, and I'd be like, ugh, why are you watching that? Like, this is the most boring thing ever. And now I'm like totally into it. And I'm just like, is this just what happens when you get older? Like, what is this? Who have I become? But at the same time, we did go to a friend's house. It was just the 4 of us. Okay. And we played games. All right, I'm gonna go in with Hard On next to smoke this out. But yeah, we played board games. We played Sorry. We played some Wii. We played beer pong. Which, you know, it made me feel like I was 15 again. I was like, let's play beer pong and, you know, play board games. But it was actually really, really fun. I had a good time. It was nice, like we, you know, like I said, we kept it safe, but it was nice to like leave the house. Like we needed that, like, get out of here, you know? I don't know how people are doing it at home. Those of you with kids, like, oh, my heart goes out to you. All right, and then we're gonna mix in the Positivity shade, which is what we used all the way up here. And if you don't like, I mean, I only take it up to my eyes. Usually I don't like to do that. Today was just one of those days I'm experimenting, you know? But if you don't like to take it up as high, you can always use a white to blend it back out. But I actually kind of like it. I don't mind it. One thing I've noticed that I do is like when I'm doing my makeup on camera, I always go into the bathroom mirror after. Like, does anyone else do this? Like, I can't just do my makeup in like a normal mirror. I have to go look after and be like, okay, I want more smokiness or less smokiness or more contour or whatever it is. Like, I like to be, you know, far away to see how it actually looks. Because the rest of the time I'm up here and then I'm like, oh wait, I want more. Or I'm like, you went crazy. One of the two. It's never usually like, oh, it's perfect. Like I said that, and then I ended up going back in with the glitter glue when I was like, it's fine. And then I was like, no, it's bothering me. Now that it's on, I love it. But it's just like playing with the glitter. So just, you know, I like it enough for the shade it is, but I'm happy I only got the one. Just because I know I won't use it often. Things with these neons is just like most, because they're pigments, it's better to just kind of press them than blend if you need them to show up a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna use this KKW. This is the second powder. I have the second and the third. I like on my skin tone the third one better. It's like a banana-y. This is a rose, but I bought this, so I'm gonna use it, you know? But sometimes I just use it to set my under eyes, or sometimes if I just need a little brightness, I'll just boop, boop, like right there, and that's it. Yes, I make that noise and everything, okay? All right, we're gonna go in this Jouer dark powder for the perimeters of the face. Is anyone else though? I didn't realize I was such a browser. No, I did. I love browsing. Like when people always say like they only shop online, that is not me. I love going to the stores. I love shopping around. I love looking at things. I am a thinker, not necessarily a buyer. Like I've talked about that where I'm like, oh, I don't even bring my wallet inside of the mall. Like I have to like look at it and make sure I want it and think about it. Online, it's just, you know, it's just crazy. You just end up pushing, you know, you just take the chance. I enjoy stores. I really miss it. Like not even like clothing stores. It's more like I miss Sephora, but I also miss like the home store or Hobby Lobby. I could spend hours in those stores, or like at home, Home Goods, TJ Maxx. Not TJ Maxx. I scratched that. I feel like a lot of people like TJ Maxx. I don't. Not because I don't, like I'm too scared to buy makeup like that. I don't do that, and then I like to look at home stuff, like home decor, more than anything else, I think. Like Z Gallery, I can't afford it, but will I go and look inside? Yes. Pier 1. I always end up buying really ridiculous things, and I'm just like, what is this for? So in a way, I mean, maybe it's better, but I really miss it. It was just like something to, like, I'd look forward to doing. Like, it was like relaxing. And now I'm just like, there's nowhere to go. You know? It's all gonna be over soon. We're all gonna be fine. So, as you can see, that gives me a pretty good bronzing amount. Like, I don't really need, even though this is considered like a setting powder, I really like it because I really do think it looks more skin-like than a heavy bronzer. And then sometimes if I want it just like a tad deeper, I'll go in with this Ritual bronzer from Mercier. But it has all the little like hints of pink and stuff in there. So I'll kind of use it as a bronzer and a blush. You guys can see, like this is not the concealer's fault. Just my medication is making me, medication and stress is making my skin flake. All right, maybe I need a little bit more pop of color since we already have a lot. But this is the Morphe palette. I actually really like this. I don't have a ton of Morphe stuff, but this is the blush trio. Is it the same one? Papa Coral. But look at the color. These are like perfect for me, okay? What do you want? I'm really nervous about the Fenty ones. I'm like, I'm not really a cream blush person, but we shall see. I'm just gonna tap on the lightest bit because it's me. All right, and because I am so dry, I'm gonna use my Tatcha. I was worried this spritz was like, I spritzed in the wrong direction. I'm like, that's money. Money, honey, down the drain. So for highlight, I'm going to use this since, you know, we just talked about it, just making a return. I mean, I like the middle shade the best, but I also kind of just swirl them around. I mean, just like any powder, yes, it still, I mean, I still have texture, you know, but I feel like it's still just a really nice, like, It's intense. If you don't like intense highlight, don't do it. But the ambient powders, what I was going to say earlier, is I always forget about them. I don't feel like it's just one more thing to add on my face that I don't feel like adding on my face. So just do the sides of my Cupid's bow. Nothing crazy. Oh, I got itch. All right, then I'm going to grab a little brush. I'm going to dip into the center shade, this one right here, and we're going to use that as my inner corner. And like always, I always drag it down just a little bit. All right, I only did 2 days of Ulta 21 days. When they had the 14-day shipping, the $14 shipping or $15 shipping, I was like all about it. I was like, okay, I can work with that. When they moved it up to 35, I was like, I'm not working with this. Like I just, no. So the only thing I really was like interested in was the Becca stuff. So this is I haven't used these yet. This is Becca in Pouty. I have not used any of the lip liners, but the lipsticks and lip liners were half off. It's definitely a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so I think this is more of a color where I would probably wear, like fill in my whole lips and wear a gloss type thing. It's not that I don't like the color, I just thought it was going to be a little bit deeper. And then I'm going to grab Dusk for the lipstick, which I hope I picked good shades. I quite like it. It's like a rosy-ish color. Dusk. I'm like, is that the right description? What color is Dusk? I think so, right? Like dusty rose dusk? I don't know. And for gloss, I haven't used this thing in a while. This is Sorcery from Jeffree Star. I'm just going to pop it right in the center. Nothing crazy. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. I really like how it came out. Like, I was a little on the budget getting like, we'll see where this goes. But that's just what I usually do anyway, so I actually really like it. I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me. I definitely need video ideas, so if you guys have any, let me know, like, what are the things you want to see? Is it like top 10, top 5, just in general, or is there certain palettes? Like, give me ideas. I used to do a lot of like new makeup releases, and lately I've just kind of been like, this just doesn't seem like the time to do those. So I'm not doing those, but I might do something somewhat similar, but with like wish list type stuff, but not like am I gonna buy it, So that is it for me. I hope you had fun hanging out with me. I hope you guys are all being safe and doing okay. If no one's asked you, how are you guys doing? And I genuinely want to know. And thank you guys for the kind words, because I know most of you know that, I'm a self-employed, personal trainer. So it's not great right now. But that is it for me. Please don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Hit that like button before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.